Okay, I am pretty excited for this. Today, a little surprise came in the mail. My latest order of harps has just come in from the Harpery. As you can see, I've got the usual thank you letter and business card from Porky Miller, who runs the kind of the business commercial aspect of the Harpery. Jamie Bebb being the face on YouTube who does a lot of the demo videos and that sort of thing. So I picked up a couple of want list items. One being kind of the larger version. This is a Lebett Ukrainian Drymba, and I'm not expecting any cases. I actually made this. It's kind of crude, and I don't know. I just wanted something for it. I've thought about maybe offering cases for the harps that I've been making, but it's just extra work that I don't really have time for. But anyway, when I first got this, before I started making the harps, I wanted to do something, and I ended up making the case for it. And I just really like these Lebett Ukrainian Drymbas. So this is the small version in a lower tone. I do have the higher tone as well. So what I got was the larger version of the Lebett Drymba. So I'm expecting it to be, about a little bit bigger than this one. And yeah, I just figured, why not finish off the collection from this maker that's being offered from the Harpery. So we'll give this a listen and compare in a little bit. And then, of course, the other one that I wanted was they just got in to stock some Aron Szilagyi Hungarian Dorombs. So I ordered a Blackfire, which is a very popular Doromb offered by Szilagyi. I believe the model was originally offered by his father, and now he's taken over. He's got a lot of cool stuff on YouTube too. You should check him out. He's got a band called Zeward, I believe. I don't know if it's still active or whatever, but anyway, he makes these harps, and that's one that I got. And I'm looking forward to getting this open and checking it out. So without further ado, let's get it cut open. And depending how long this takes, I may edit the video a bit, shorten it up, but, oh, sorry. You know what, let's clear this away. Let's get this out of the way. That way you can see everything I've done. So, just a nice sharp X-Acto knife, getting the plastic off. I think I'm gonna keep the paper because I need stuff to ship mine eventually. Ooh, I see a box. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Szilagyi's comes in a box. Cool. So here's made by Aron Szilagyi. So yeah, he's got his own site that he sells direct. I don't know how easy it is. I almost ordered directly from him as well. But I've ordered from the Harpery before, and me being in Canada and them just over the border in the States, it's just easier to order from them, I think. So I'm excited to open this guy up, have a look at him, and then this is going to be oh, cool. Wow, it's like a bigger version of it. Nice. Okay, I'm excited. So generally, it's a good idea to have these things sanitized. And what I have here is some from my work. 99% isopropanol. I've got some towels here that I can use to wipe them down. So let's start off with the Lebett Drymba. And I'm going to keep these styrofoam chunks too. Because why not? Reduce, reuse, recycle. And if you are watching from Canada, you know that we are not even allowed to have plastic bags anymore, even though everybody I know reuses them. They've banned them instead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it just a quick spray down with my isopropanol. And a bit of a rub down with the towel to dry it off, clean it off. Isopropanol evaporates very quick, but if you have any knuckle bashers or anything like that on your hands from work, it does sting. Just keep that in mind. And yeah, so once I've cleaned it up, it's dried off a little bit, then right away I like to, so I keep a bit of coconut oil in a jar here with another piece of blue rag, and coconut oil is kind of almost solid at room temperature, but it's almost like, it's like the stuff I put in my beard almost, you know. Once a little bit of temperature, it starts to flow and becomes oily. So we coat our harps with this, and it protects against corrosion. It also just gives it a little bit of lubrication on your finger on the trigger, I find. It makes it a little bit easier to play and strike. So yeah, just every now and then it's a good idea to redo this. Give it a good drying and oiling and so forth. But definitely after you play, wipe off any moisture that's from your breath and that sort of thing. So it's a bit greasy now, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wipe down again with the rag, not the ISO part of it, but just the dry part. Hopefully I'm holding everything in view. I'm not really watching too much what's going on the camera, but there's that. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let's give these a listen. All right. Okay, let's check out the Lebett Drymba. So, as you can see, it is a bigger version of the one that I already have, or the two I already have actually. The ones that I already have were on the Harpery is called Lebett Drymba High and Low. This one being the lower tone one, and this one is this is how this one sounds. By the way, this one is probably the favorite harp, my favorite harp that I have out of all my harps. It's got a wicked draw start on it too. So I really like the sound of this one, the tone. It plays really well. It's really good for percussives too. So let's see how this one holds up. Let's just get the sound of it first. I love the engraving and texture that he's got in the metal. Hopefully you can see that good. And then a very sharpened surface on the decks there. So, all right, here we go. This is my first time hearing it too. Got quite a fuzz to it, which I'm wondering is if it's because of the trigger. If you see that, it's a bit loose on the spiral, but it gives it kind of a cool fuzz to it. And yeah. It's nice to play. It's got good sound, good volume. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. It's comfortable to play. It's a good size. Yeah. I don't know if I'm overly crazy about the fuzz to it, the distortion. I like the way this one, I found the higher tone one did have a bit of that as well. Whereas this one has a bit more of a cleaner buzz to it, you know, whereas this one's a fuzz. But I do like it. So, happy. Happy with this purchase. So, let's check out the Doromb. Okay, I'm pretty excited for this. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, so yeah, the Blackfire, I've got it in F2. So it's a tuned harp. I don't want to rip the box here, but I feel like I'm going to have to. The note, so yeah, I was kind of hanging on to, I hadn't pulled the trigger on this purchase. They were on my silly me. Look at this. Oh, cool. That looks nice. I like that. I just didn't wreck the box here. Okay, so anyway, I had been sitting on these items sitting in my cart on the website for a while, and then I hadn't pulled the trigger, and by the time I went to, the note that I wanted was sold out. So I don't know what this one's going to sound like. Honestly, whoa, there's a very, very small trigger on that. And it looks like a little bead of solder in the end too, which is probably how he tunes it. So I wonder if this is going to be a really delicate harp to play. Is there any? Okay, well, let's get it off. I like the weight of it. Huh, interesting. Okay, we'll give it a bit of a spray and clean down and stuff, and then we'll take her for a drive. Okay, and here it is. My new Szilagyi Blackfire in F. So it's a popular harp. Very looking forward to getting one, and I'm amazed at just how fine the trigger is, just how narrow and tiny it is, with a little bead of solder on the end of it that he must have used to tune it right to where he needs it. There's a little mark right in the, it's probably hard to see. I don't know, can you see that? Good looking chrome. I like just the industrial look of this, and this is kind of what I try to emulate in my harps a little bit too. Like, it's just standard key stock for mine. I'm doing all mine by hand. I don't really have any machinery or tooling, and can't really crank these out too much. But I would, this would be, I think I saw a video of him doing this, and I think it's pretty much by hand as well, but like bigger presses and stuff, whereas I'm just using a vise and pliers and trying to do it by hand. But I'm excited for this, so let's give it a try. Enough of my rambling, right? Here we go. Ooh. You can really choke it rather than draw it in. Interesting. He crimps the same way that I do, I just noticed. Whereas, see, on the Lebett Drymba here, the crimp is on the same side as the direction of the trigger. Him, Szilagyi, crimps the same side as the knee, the bend of that trigger. Oh, there's a little bit of solder in the corner there too. Interesting. This is one that I made, and I do the same thing. So my reasoning is that I pluck it in this, I like to pluck in this direction, and I feel like the reed up against the flat surface of the frame, primary force in that direction is just stronger. Maybe, I don't know, but also just not wanting to open up the crimp. You know, you're not wanting the force, the primary force isn't in the direction of the crimp, causing it to maybe open up in that like sense as well. So I don't know. It's just interesting to notice how different makers do things. That's cool. I'm going to have a lot of fun with these two harps. I like them. Cool. Anyway, that's enough of that, I think. Thank you again once more, theharpery.com. One happy customer. See you guys later.